Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it should be a great one, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Baltimore Ravens. On the visitor's sideline, their head coach. His guys looking to finish off their probable run from wild card team to conference champions. His counterpart on the Ravens sideline, John Harbaugh. His guys earn the right to host the... And we drop you in at the start of this next possession in a 3-0 ball game. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Now Jackson. They'll get this complete to Worthy. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Defensively going forward, they're going to have to watch out for him on plays just like that. It's a drag route across the field, and they're trying to free him up and let him run after the catch. That won't be the last time we see that play, and it works there to pick up a first down.
Throwing is Jackson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So the PI decline, and that'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
Now a handoff up the middle. Knighton. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Hey, Alpha, tonight! Tonight!
They'll keep it on the ground. Knighton. Now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Well, the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. But he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Obviously a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him.
and he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in this AFC title game. No surprise there. Third and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now it's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Martin. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got, and that's a heck of a run right there.
Hey, Alpha, tonight. You, tonight.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. AFC title game, second quarter action, 2 minutes to play. From the 31, here comes second and a yard.
What is it? 180. What is it?
Play action. It's Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah gets him for a loss of a yard, and it will bring up third down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. Third and a yard.
Hey, report.
Now Jackson going to shift him around. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Sit on.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Third and 1, who you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
Hey!
To throw is Jackson. That's into the hands of Worthy. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now a first and 10 at the 11. From the gun, Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now a second and 10.
180!
Here's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll leave them with a third and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up third and 2. And Jackson throwing once more. Touchdown! Mark Andrews as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got this.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Right now, we're all even. It's a tie game as we drop you back in and the offense gets set to take over. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Able to avoid him at the 40. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Donovan Ezeraku able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Jackson going to keep it. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Right now, we're all even. It's a tie game as we drop you back in and the offense gets set to take over.
180! 180!
Jackson now. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
It's hot. Go. It's hot. 180. It's hot. It's hot.
Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
It's hot. Go ahead. It's hot. It's hot.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. A pretty big play now in this AFC Championship. 3rd and goal.
180.
Here's Jackson to throw. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews sending his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the 4th quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead. Jackson throwing to start the drive. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw. Jackson. Looking left side. Andrews with it complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
180. 180.
From the gun, it's Jackson. That's complete. Left side to Worthy. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, Knighton. They managed to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this offense on third down today, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Jackson. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult. Ravens are champions of the AFC as we sign off and say goodnight, everybody. And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.